southern Iraq near the Kuwait border, the 172nd Field Artillery from New Hampshire guard an American base called Camp Bucca. They man the guard towers, patrol the area around the camp, and escort supply convoys. The convoys pass through Iraqi police checkpoints on the main highway, and a roving patrol stops to check in with the Iraqis to swap information.
Misses? Yes. 1, 2, 1. Babe?
More than one checkpoint. They've got one down the road farther. They've got one in Qasar. They've got little motorbikes they take back and forth. And we'll catch them out here driving back and forth, swapping out, checking up on their guys, seeing how they're doing. But we see them out here all the time. Say hi to them. Try to keep a good rapport with them. We come by here quite a bit. Come by, say hi. They give us a lot of good information. If there's any threat to the camp, we'll talk to them and we'll go in and tell our intelligence and see what we can do with it. They get a lot of good information. They check the vehicles coming in and out of Qasar. Anything suspicious, they'll stop, they'll pull them over, see what's if anything's not supposed to be there, any kind of weapons or anything that's going to harm anybody. They're not only looking out for us, but they're looking out for the city, mainly the city. And they seem to be doing a pretty good job. Qasar has been pretty quiet, so I think they're doing some good out here.
Name?
My name? Troy. Troy.
Troy?
Troy.
Jawad.
Jawad?
Jawad. Salah.
Salah.
Salah. Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Uday. Uday. Aqil.
Akil. Mustafa.
Mustafa.
I'm a corporal. 2 stripes?
Thank you.
2 stripes? Corporal. Like this?
4.
2. He has 4? Sergeant.
3. I 4.
4.
This is 4. This.
Finish.
0.
0.
Private.
Uh-oh.
Private. New.
Yeah.
Private. Yeah. It's good. Good job. Good.
Good.
Finish.
You can usually see them from a mile away. They all got the same. Pretty close. All blue shirts. That's usually what we look for if we see them out and about.
They knew?
Yeah, they got them when we came over. We started out, and we gave them the uniform. This is what you guys are going to be wearing, blue, and they kind of all came up with their own rank system, which is good. Kind of looking around, see who's boss.
Yours?
Kalashnikov.
Ros. Ros. Median Ros.
Cheeky. 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 Cheeky.
Cheek.
I see. Cheek. Wow, it's heavy. Good job. Feel how heavy this is.
Good? Good?
Good. Very good. Salam rahmatullah.
I don't have one. I gotta carry this.
Oh.
Oh well. Good?
Good. You guys only have just the one?
13.
Just one?
No, 6.
All
Six.
Good. And you? Small one. All right, we're gonna go and take a look.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Hello.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Shukran.
Good night. Shukran.
Two other Humvees of the 172nd are patrolling around the area of Camp Bucca, their base camp. Protective patrols constantly cross the area surrounding the camp, which is mostly flat, scrubby desert.
We patrol here. This is part of our normal ASO patrol. We patrol here at least 3 or 4 times every shift. As the roving patrol goes through, they're checking it out to make sure that nothing has been disturbed or left by anybody other than us.
It's a little tough to try to figure out who the insurgents are and who the good people are. you have to approach everybody, you know, with caution. You know, it's when we find people out in the area, you know, and they tell us, you know, that there's 3 or 4 people out there, and we're not sure what they're doing, you know, so we go out and figure out who they are, what they're doing.
The soldiers like to keep an eye on all areas around the camp, especially those that have a possible military value, like this old military site now abandoned and strewn with debris. From here, the Iraqis used to fire on U.S. aircraft.
We drive through all these places that we're going to daily, more than daily. This is part of our patrol. We patrol the whole perimeter of the base, and it's a continuous patrol 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We go out all around this area, and we call into our base that, you know, we find unexploded rounds that, you know, we have to mark them and wait for somebody to come out and get rid of them for us. But we'd spend a whole year just in one area picking up stuff that we don't even know yet what it is. You know, it's all different kinds. We find all different kinds of ammo, Russian, whatever. You know, it's unbelievable the stuff that we find out here. They look like 50 cal rounds, but they were a little bit bigger.
The 14.5?
14.5s, yeah.
That's the problem with this country. There's unexploded ordnance everywhere. We find it everywhere we go. There's a 155 round laying over there. There's all anti-aircraft stuff. There's mortars. There's rockets. There's just so much stuff. This country's been at war for so long that there's just unexploded ordnance laying around everywhere. The kids sometimes bring it up to the gates. It's really scary. I mean, you see kids with one arm blown off, and you know it's because they picked up something they shouldn't have. But that's just the way it is around here. You got to kind of get used to it and make sure you look at everything before you touch it. You just don't bend over and pick anything up. You've got to make sure that you're not picking up an unexploded ordnance and going to hurt yourself or your team.
And unfortunately, this is the crap that we're finding right here. You know, the kids are picking up, selling it out on the market, just everywhere. You know, they show us some things, and you know, we take care of it. You know, and then we reward them with whatever, you know, whatever we can give them. You know, we reward them. So, like I said, it makes my job that much easier, and hopefully their life is that much better.